What's up, Banger fans? It's your personal demon Sam Astroth with yet another review on Overkill Reviews, Banger's weekly metal review show, and boy does it feel good to be back doing this back-to-back 2 weeks in a row. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button below and sign up to our Patreon to make sure that we can keep bringing you content like this every week. And boy, does my voice feel better than ever. Apparently a little screaming is good for your soul. I slam in the back of my jugular. Alright. This man needs absolutely no introduction. One of my most favorite live performers on the planet. It's living legend Rob Zombie. That was the triumph of King Freak, the lead single, the absolute new banger from Rob Zombie's 7th studio album titled The Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy, out today, March 12th via Nuclear Blast Records. What a freaking album title. Where do I start with the bio for Rob Zombie? He's a mega rock star, film and TV producer, director, actor, writer, voice actor. Man, does this man go places. Ever since starting his career back in 1985 with White Zombie, he has been releasing constant music non-stop, as well as films, and this man seems to not be slowing down. At 56, he's still more energetic than ever, hosting larger-than-life shows with massive stage props, the only way Zombie knows how to. Aside from making music, he has a ton of great movies under his belt. Notably, the House of the Thousand Corpses series, which has other films like The Devil's Rejects and recently released Three from Hell. What you may not know, he also did some voice acting cameos like Spider-Man.
What would someone like me give to regenerate an arm?
The Justice League, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy.
He has been spotted and will arrive in T-minus 15 minutes.
As for the Rob Zombie Band, the current lineup consists of John Five on guitar, Piggy on bass, and Ginger Fish on drums. This lineup has been consistent for the last 3 albums, and they have been getting weirder and more funkier than ever before, while still keeping the trademark zombie staple vibes alive. Alright, with that said, let's take a trip down the psychedelic Rob Zombie lane.
This is better than I expected.
The album kicks off with the track I showed you earlier, King Freak, taking you straight back to the days of Hellbilly Deluxe and the Sinister Urge, a crushing, heavy return back to form for Zombie, for those that were thinking if Zombie's going too soft on you.
What the hell are you doing?
No, he's just been getting more and more creative over time.
Finally getting it.
Rob Zombie has been experimenting with his sound more and more ever since John Five joined the band 4 albums ago. His own guitar work in his solo project is phenomenal, and he brings a lot of this unique creativity into the Zombie brand ever since his 4th album, Hellbilly Deluxe 2. Which kind of brought a mix of the classic Zombie vibes, expanding ever so slightly into a more psychedelic avenue with each release. A good example of Zombie's experimental growth can be found on the energetic 2nd single titled The Eternal Struggles of the Howlin' Man. Like it or not, no one puts on a show quite like Rob Zombie. He doesn't just make music for listening to at home. Sure, it's great, but ideally Zombie's music come to life best when experienced live in front of hundreds of thousands of metalheads.
You should go out and have some fun.
All experiencing it at an arena while completely losing it.
Rather be out there having mindless enjoyment.
The album pays attention to this while taking creative strides throughout. It shifts gears often and has well thought out interludes placed within the 17 songs that shift the vibe of the listener as you go through the different eras of Zombie's music, and as Zombie weaves his own way into new sonic territories that he hasn't explored before. There are certainly some influences taken from the last two zombie releases, noting Venomous Rat Regeneration Vendor, as well as the Electric Warlock Acid Witch.
You say it like you're checking your email.
Satanic Orgy Celebration Dispenser.
My God.
Ending the heavily experimental new album in true zombie fashion is the closing track, Crowd Killer Blues, one of my personal favorite songs on the album. A single for this just came out today, so make sure to go bump that one out loud and make your neighbors turn into zombies,
Lamitosaurus kingi, the frilled lizard.
Anything would work at this point.
Parasites have gotten a bad rap.
Alright, now for the bad parts. I'm going to answer your questions right away. No, you're not going to get another Hellbilly Deluxe or White Zombie. Those are all timeless classics, cannot be replicated. Alright? The album sometimes takes a funky trip down the memory lane, similar to Zombie's third album, Educated Horses, which may not be the strongest parts of the album.
Vermin, that's what you are.
Arguably, Zombie works best when he's hammering at you with full energy.
Have I not made clear the importance of this experiment?
But I do give him some credit for being creative and experimenting.
Yes.
Talking about energy, the album has 7 interludes within the 17 songs, which to me sounds like a bit too much, as you get 10 complete songs while having to take breaks in between. Which, as I pointed out, doesn't give you that constant rush that classic Zombie album would bring you. But if you have been following Zombie for quite some time, you know that he does not make the same album twice, and you get what you get.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need some time to analyze these results.
Alright, time for the verdict. New Rob Zombie album maintains a good balance of the feel of the classic albums while experimenting with new territories, as well as paying attention to the band's overall discography, drawing influences from all eras of Zombie's music. The album is experimental with a mix of heavy, funky, sometimes kind of bizarre, and I personally like it quite a bit. Rob Zombie delivers an album that is fun, creative, keeping the spirit of sex, drugs, and rock and roll alive and well. Therefore, I'm giving this album 4 Living Dead Girls out of 5 here on Overkill Reviews. Let's get into my favorite section, the shoutouts. First up, I got the godfather of shock rock, one of Rob Zombie's biggest influences, Alice Cooper, with his latest album, Detroit Stories, which came out on February 26th via Ear Music. How this man is 73 and still releasing bangers boggles my mind. Saw him live a couple years ago, and he got put into a straitjacket and got beheaded on stage by a guillotine. Now that's how you put on a show. Next up, I got Finnish melodic death metal band Wolfheart with their latest EP, Skull Soldiers, out on March 5th via Napalm Records. Opening for these guys back in 2018, I absolutely loved how they matched their energy of their studio albums in a live setting. They're not to be missed. Next up, I got Japanese all-female heavy metal outfit Lovebites with their latest EP, Glory, Glory to the World, which came out on March 10th via JPU Records. Do not let their pretty faces fool you. Formed back in 2016 by former members of Destros and led by vocalist Asami, they have been blowing up internationally and for all the right reasons. Last but not least, I got Norwegian Viking metal pioneers Einherjer with their 8th studio offering titled North Star, which came out on February 26th via Napalm Records. Einherjer stays true to their roots, bringing you the cold depths of black metal the only way Norway knows how to. So Banger fans, what are your thoughts on the latest Rob Zombie album? Leave a comment below and let me know.